So it's been a thing having to explain what gravel cycling is to people outside of the community. To be honest, I was quite confused the first time I saw a gravel bike too. In this video, I would like to share with you what gravel cycling is to me and how it has impacted me within the last couple of years. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
3, 2, 1, go!
Gravel cycling combines elements of road cycling and mountain biking, consisting of long distance over unpaved trails. For me, I would just explain gravel cycling as a road bike with larger tires. Of course, there's many other aspects like the idea of being able to pack away storage on your handlebars, frame, or even saddlebag. You can rig all types of racks on the gravel bike. I think for people like me who live in large cities, this is an opportunity to explore very scenic roads that are typically not accessible to a car, bus, train. Typically there isn't much traffic in these areas as well, so that's another benefit. You can go all day with not having to call out cars as much as you would road cycling. Listen, I've only been out here for 2 years, so I'm still getting acclimated. Last year I bought my first gravel bike, probably the best bike I've ever had, a Trek Checkpoint SL6 E-Tap. For context, I've been riding bikes my whole life, mainly in the recreational capacity, but now we race. Shout out to the team, Melanin Bay Smiles, and we can unpack my experiences on the team at a later date. But for now, I really would like to give a shout out to my pops, who really introduced me to the game from early on. He was the one that exposed me to bike adventures, whether it was leaving our small town to going into the city. If you don't know, I am originally a Delawarean. That's where I spent all my time growing up, then relocating here in Washington, D.C. about several years ago, where I have just enjoyed the plethora of cycling networks and routes and how it's all connected. But for me, riding really started in a cul-de-sac. I can't tell you how many millions of times that I have raced around that cul-de-sac with all types of different bikes, from 4-inch wheels all the way up to 29ers, making sure I hit every bump, curve, in a way that I could get some air. That was when I truly experienced the joy and freedom of riding a bicycle, especially with a great group of people who enjoy the adventurous feeling of not knowing where we're going, but we're pedaling. For me, cycling is deep, and every time I get on a bike, I have a sense of my childhood. All my life, I've had different types of bikes, but this gravel bike though. So gravel cycling has gotten me out the way, into the mountains, along rivers, and experiencing aesthetically pleasing dirt roads. In the middle of nowhere, but it's still peaceful, chill, all those things that you would want in an adventure. Some of these longer bike rides, they feel like a vacation of some sort. They're really fun. They're both challenging mentally and physically, but I think it's just very rewarding going through the process, especially with so many people who are experiencing similar things. So within the last year or so, with a gravel bike, and went on plenty of adventures that required me to hike over rivers, jump fences, you name it. I thought I largely left those types of experiences in my childhood, and in the last 5 to 6 years, I really didn't think I would be getting into something like this again. So it's a very rewarding experience, and we're just getting started. This is a ride that you have to get in your calendar for next year, the year after, and so on. It really does epitomize the spirit of gravel. For me, this gravel race was a big eye-opener, a rites of passage of some sort, deeper into cycling. Like, I'm taking it places where I haven't thought I would before. And I do see a lot of opportunity in this space. It's great to see the community aspect as well as the high performers, industry leaders, small businesses, and groups and organizations that make it all happen. But for real, I feel like I shouldn't be having this much fun. The idea of enjoying oneself. I'm so glad that I found such a hobby. So if you made it this far, why are we here? Well, let's get into it. Not only do I hope to share my journey, but in due time, I would like to start bringing more people on here to illuminate their lived experiences within these spaces, to bring on different groups and organizations who are making these spaces more inclusive for everyone and really sharing their true joy that you can get outdoors. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment, come on. I need engagement. It really helps the channel grow.